Hi and welcome to race 22, the third day in the national hunt. So we've got a 2 mile 5 grade 2 handicap, a chase. Number 1 is 33, 2 to be or not to be, 3 T-side Raider, 4 Taxi, 5 Major Catastrophe, 6 BMX Bandit, 7 Gusty Dusty, 8 Polydamos, 9 Sue Foley, 10 Harpy in the Sky, and number 11 Trojan Rocket. So, and they're off. So a fairly even break. Everybody just looking to where they want to be. BMX Bandit just takes it up, but I would have said Polydamos wants to lead and takes it up as they approach the first. So it's Polydamos. Polydamos probably a length. Skips over that one quite nicely. To be or not to be on. There was a nice jump on the rail as they come up to the second, and it's still Polydamos. And it's a comfortable jump there. So Polydamos leads 33, Trojan Rocket. Closest to us here is T-side Raider. Back over towards the fence is Major Catastrophe. Right along scraping paint is To Be or Not to Be. A nice big jump there from Gusty Dusty puts it further into the picture. Harpy in the Sky, Sue Foley, Taxi and BMX Bandit now bringing up the rear. So as they take this slight left turn as they head off out into the country. So it's a relatively even pace as we go up the hill. So it's still Polydamos, probably 2 to 3 lengths ahead of 33. Then we have Trojan Rocket, To Be or Not to Be on the fence, Harpy in the Sky, Gusty Dusty, T-side Raider, Major Catastrophe, and followed by Sue Foley, Taxi and BMX Bandit, just a couple of lengths back at the rear. So we're over the 5th. And again, one that was on his nose there was T-side Raider. So we have Polydamos. Polydamos still leading 3 to 4 lengths from Harpy in the Sky and 33. Harpy in the Sky in the maroon jacket and yellow sleeves. 33 on the fence, and they skip over the 6. A nice big jump there by Sue Foley in the purple. Still got To Be or Not to Be holding sort of 4th position along the fence as they approach the 7th, and everybody's over that, which will probably be the last next time round. So we got a mile and a half left to run, and it's still Polydamos, 3 to 4 lengths here ahead of 33, Harpy in the Sky, a couple of lengths back to Major Catastrophe, To Be or Not to Be along the fence, Trojan Rocket, Sue Foley, Gusty Dusty, Taxi, T-side Raider, and still looking a little bit dispatched here, 3 to 4 lengths behind his BMX Bandit as they come up to the 8th. Slightly rise uphill here, and everybody skips over that quite nicely. A nice jump there by Harpy in the Sky, but jockey takes a pull. Doesn't want it going off too far. But we've still got BMX Bandit, probably 6-7 lengths behind as they jump the water. They all take that quite comfortably. So it's still Polydamos, 2 lengths ahead of Major Catastrophe. A length behind is 33 alongside the fence now. To Be or Not to Be is moved out as they approach the 10th, and all of that comfortably, including BMX Bandit, who gave it a bit of air, a bit like Michael Jordan. And they're straight into the 11th, and everybody's over that quite comfortably as they continue out. Oh, BMX Bandit's going to be pulled up here, and he's no longer in the race. So Polydamos still leading from pillar to post, hopefully, followed by 33, Major Catastrophe, Taxi, Harpy in the Sky, Gusty Dusty, Sue Foley. To Be or Not to Be is slipped slightly further back now since coming off the fence. Trojan Rocket and T-side Raider just brings up the rear, and they're all over the 13th quite comfortably. Only 6 furlongs left to run. We'll be getting down to the business end of the race very shortly, but it's still Polydamos, half a length from 33. Behind Sue Foley making some ground. Up against the fence is Taxi. Oh, and a big mistake there. Polydamos certainly got caught on its heels and allows 33 to take it up. But Polydamos fights back along with Sue Foley as the 3 of them now going to approach the 16th and the penultimate fence. And and again Polydamos hit through that one. One on the outside that certainly jumped well was T-side Raider, who takes it up now from Sue Foley. Then we have 33, Major Catastrophe. Polydamos is starting to go backwards. Gusty Dusty, Taxi, Harpy in the Sky, To Be or Not to Be, and Trojan Rocket. But it's T-side Raider that takes a length and a half out the field. 2.5 furlongs left to go, 2 left to jump. It's T-side Raider from 33, Sue Foley, Gusty Dusty, Taxi, and they're all over that comfortably, but a great jump by Trent 33 that puts him a length ahead of Teesside Raider. The chasing pack at Taxi, Gusty Dusty. Oh, and a bad mistake there by Teesside Raider, and that's his race over. We're into the final furlong. It's Trent 33, Taxi, Gusty Dusty, to be or not to be, Sue Foley. It's between these, but Taxi's hanging on. But no, here comes Gusty Dusty, to be or not to be. No, it's Taxi that hangs on. Taxi gets the win, Gusty Dusty second, to be or not to be third. I think Sue Foley coming fourth, and Trojan Rocket just bringing up the rear there. So it's Taxi for James Shea, Gusty Dusty was second, Colin Clark, 3 to be or not to be, Joshua Sutherland, 4 Trent 33 for D Thompson, and Sue Foley for Martin Leedon picks up the last bit of prize money. Okay, we've got the Betfair handicap chase, 2 miles 6 furlongs and 0 to 140. Number 1 is Black Magic, 2 Latent Talent, 3 out of 5, 4 Wind Power, 5 Rhubarb, 6 Misbeat, 7 Sarius and Gervasi, 8 21, 9 Dancing Days, 10 Stretford, 11 Woods of Windsor, 12 Cuthbert, 13 Dew Down, 14 Sam Dashing, 15 Harry the Hurdler over the jumps, and number 16 Dream Vassy. So they're under start rules and they're away, and they're straight into this first fence. Everybody almost got over that Dream Vassy, just hanging on there, the jockey, for his life, but he's still in the race. So wait for him to settle down. The second comes up fairly quickly here as they come into the second, and they're all over that, although Sam Dashing at the rear took a little poor jump, shall we say. So here we go. They're obviously going to come along now to the third. It's Wind Power that takes the third and leads, so it's Wind Power, a couple of lengths ahead of 3 out of 5, and then Harry the Hurdler along the fence in the green and white silks. Then we've got Sarius and Gervasi, Black Magic, Rhubarb, Stretford and 21, and a couple of lengths back to Dream Vassy, who's made up some good ground after its first couple of fences. Oh, and just as I was telling you, the rest of the field there, Wind Power went through the street through the top of that fence and allowed 3 out of 5 to come alongside, and they're all over the fences, coming thick and fast. The commentator can't keep up. 3 out of 5 now takes them out. Wind Power in second, Black Magic third, 21 is fourth, 5th is Sarius and Gervasi, 6 is Stretford, as we ride along with the jockey on Wind Power. And obviously on the inside of Wind Power is 3 out of 5. You can just see his head, and we've gone back to Woods of Windsor, who's in the rear. You can see how close they all are as they take the 6, and everybody's over that quite comfortably. But you can see a small little jump will drop you back a couple of lengths. So there's a little look at Dew Down, who's running in the rear of the race at the moment. So it's still Wind Power after they jump over the 7. So Wind Power from 3 out of 5, then a couple of lengths back to Black Magic, Sarius and Gervasi, Dream Vassy, Harry the Hurdler, 21, then Dancing Days on the fence in the purple. Then we've got Stretford, Cuthbert, Misbeat, Rhubarb, Sam Dashing, Woods of Windsor, Latent Talent and Dew Down. But it's still the grey Wind Power that takes them along. And there's a nice aerial shot. It's Wind Power from 3 out of 5, Harry the Hurdler just on the outside of his Dream Vassy as they all take the 9th. And a nice clean round we're having so far. We've done half the fences, a mile and a half still left to run. It's Wind Power as we go past the very big screens here, and a few people at the winning line. Let's hope it's Wind Power that leads when they come back round again. The director making this commentator's life difficult, thank you. So it's Wind Power. Wind Power still leads by 3 to 4 lengths from Harry the Hurdler, Dream Vassy 3 out of 5. One taking a little bit of hold there is Sarius and Gervasi with nowhere to go. On the fence we've got Dancing Days, and the wide outside from that is Black Magic. In between those horses is Stretford, making a little bit of ground is Misbeat as they take the 10th. And then behind there is Sam Dashing, Stretford, Cuthbert, Rhubarb, Woods of Windsor, Latent Talent and Dew Down still bringing up the rear. So it's Wind Power into the 11th. They all take that quite comfortably. So Wind Power still leads, from been there since the beginning. Sarius and Gervasi is now pulled up into second, along with Harry the Hurdler and Dancing Days on the inside. 3 out of 5, Black Magic. Oh, and a poor jump there by Wind Power, caught the top of the fence and has allowed Sarius and Gervasi to pull alongside. So as they have 7 furlongs left to run, Wind Power got the fence, the grey. On he's outside his Sangiovese, in between horses Harry the Hurdler, and a big jump there by Harry the Hurdler and Dancing Days. The four of these now lead by a length from Black Magic and 21 on the outside as they take the 14th. A bit of a poor jump there by Sam Dashin, has lost him probably a length or two, but it's still Harry the Hurdler that now takes it up on the inside of Sario Sangiovese. On the inside of that is even Wind Power. So Wind Power has just hugged that fence all the way through this race, but his jumping's not been that good. But we got 4 furlongs, just over 4 furlongs left to run. It's Wind Power, Dancing Days, Harry the Hurdler. Oh, and Harry the Hurdler was a bit of a slow jump there, but it's still Wind Power. On the outside is Rhubarb. Rhubarb decides to take it up with 3.5 furlongs left to run. Takes a length and a half out of the field. Oh, and he's fallen. Unlucky, just as he was starting to get into gear. We lose Rhubarb, but it's still Wind Power now that takes it up against the fence. 2.5 furlongs left to run. The one coming out of the pack is Black Magic. Black Magic, Sarah Sangiovese and 21 as they take the 17th. And we've lost another there. Woods of Windsor was a faller. And Black Magic, we don't see it is rider, and that's allowed 21 to take on the lead. 21 now, 3 to 4 lengths ahead of Dancing Days. As they approach the 18th, the leaders are all over there. It's 21, less than half a furlong to run. 21 looks like he's got this. Dancing Days in second, Wind Power in third, Stretford in fourth. Fifth is Latent Talent. And it's 21 that takes it from Dancing Days. Latent Talent, Sam Dashin. And the race really got quite exciting just towards the end there with the last 4 or 5 fences. So it's 21 for James Shea, 2 Dancing Days, Martin Leadham, 3 Sam Dashin come third, 4th was Wind Power, 5 was Latent Talent for Joshua Sutherland. Okay, it's now race 26 on your race card. It's a 2-mile 4 handicap, 0 to 140 hurdle. Number 1 is in State of Change, number 2 Nowhere to Go, 3 Heat Port, 4 Holtz, 5 The Dealer, 6 Kamikaze Light, 7 Overton, 8 Yellow Horn, 9 Man King, 10 Orang Wutang, 11 Leverage, 12 Give Andiamo, 13 Over the Clyde, and 14 Sailing In. So they're under starters orders and we'll wait for them to come on. And they're off. As we wait for them to settle down, I think this first hurdle comes up quite quickly. It's Kamikaze Light and Yellow Horn that have decided to, they're both not really sure if they want to take it on, but they're 3 to 4 lengths as they approach the first. Kamikaze Light took a little bit of advantage there and took off very early. But it's Yellow Horn from Kamikaze Light. They're 3 to 4 lengths ahead now of Leverage. Nowhere to Go is in 4th and on the fence. 5th is Heat Port in the red with white sleeves. Also just coming up on the inside again is in a state of change. The Dealer in between horses of there, Overton. Holt, Salient, Orang Wutang as they approach to the second. Oh, we've lost one there. Salient's fallen. So, unfortunately, I think that was Derek Hinton's horse, bad luck. Salient is out of the race. Now let's go back to the front. It's Yellow Horn from Kamikaze Light. Third is Leverage, 3 to 4 lengths behind. Nowhere to Go. Heat Port, Give Andiamo and the Dealer. Then we got a length back to the Holtz, Over the Clyde, Man King, in a state of change, Overton and Orang Wutang. So as they approach the third, and they all skip over that quite nicely. It's still Yellow Horn leading by a length and a half to Kamikaze Light. They're 2 lengths ahead of Leverage with Heat Port the Grey alongside, Leverage the Grey, sorry, and Heat Port behind. My apologies. And it's still Yellow Horn. Yellow Horn taking them into the 4th. Yellow Horn from Kamikaze Light as we go past the big screen there. A few people at the winning line cheering away. Hurrah, they say. So it's Yellow Horn. Yellow Horn 2 lengths ahead of Kamikaze Light as they take this bend. Nowhere to Go is 3rd along the fence. Leverage the Grey's 4th. Also on the inside at 5th is the Dealer. 6 is Heat Port. And they're followed by in a state of change Over the Clive, Give Andiamo, Man King, Holtz, Orang Wutang, and Overton just bringing up the rear. So as they go out into the back straight, they take the 4th, and it's still Yellow Horn from Kamikaze Light. 2-3 lengths back to Leverage the Grey. The Dealer moving up on the outside of that one. Just on the inside is Nowhere to Go. But he does. He has everywhere to go. He has everywhere to go to the finish line. But as we approach the 5th, it's Yellow Horn it's yellow horn. Kamikaze Light draws alongside, 2 lengths back to the dealer, a length further back to nowhere to go. Then we have leverage in a state of change. Rang Wu-Tang over the cycle, halts along the fence. Heat Pull now has dropped back a little bit, and the 3 at the back are Man King, Overton, Give and Diamo. Well, we've got 6 furlongs left to run. Kamikaze Light and Yellow Horn both battling to try and have the lead here as they take this left-hander. And again, it's Yellow Horn taking it on, wants to lead, but we've got Yellow Horn from Kamikaze Light. We've got a small gap then to leverage, nowhere to go, and the dealer, and a further length and a half back to Holtz and Heatport in a state of change. Rang Wu-Tang over the Clyde and Overton trying to make some ground, and then we've got Man King and Give and Diamo in the rear. So as they approach the 7th, it's the 8th, sorry, it's Yellow Horn from Kamikaze Light. Yellow Horn pulling away now, 2 to 3 lengths from Kamikaze Light in second. The one coming out of the pack here is Holtz. Holtz and the dealer are side by side. Then we've got a length to nowhere to go. Then Heatport as they take the 8th and final jump. It's still Yellow Horn, and the 2 that are trying to chase it now are the dealer and Holtz. The Holtz in yellow, the dealer in purple. The dealer's making up some ground, but now the Holtz takes it on again. 4th is Kamikaze Light. 5th nowhere to go. Heatport in a state of change, trying to make some ground. Rang Wu-Tang, it's between these, but I've got a sneaky feeling with half a furlong to go. It's Yellow Horn that's going to take this. Second place is up for grabs between Kamikaze Light, nowhere to go, and Holtz. It's Kamikaze Light second, nowhere to go third. I think Holtz was 4th. Yellow Horn, good win there for Tom Perrin, takes first place. Kamikaze Light second, Stu Gray. Third, nowhere to go, D French. 4th was Holtz, Kevin Minahan, and a Rang Wu-Tang from Wallet Surfer came in 5th.
So there's the Cheveley Park Stakes next then, 2-year-old fillies this time of course, and the top one is Atomic Bomb, Paul Rhodes, Enable, Jamie Hopkins, 5 in a row, James Shea, Kintaro, Rod McCure, Petty Theft, Leon van Rensburg, 2 Bites, Joshua Sutherland, and Wannabe Grand, Ghost Zapper. So just 7 of them meant, pretty good field though, and they're all quietly installed. And away they go. And the first one to show looks like it's going to be Atomic Bomb, but it's a pretty level sort of break. Wannabe Grand has got the inside rail, but Atomic Bomb has gone on and looks like it's going to try and cut over to the rail. As we take a look from the other side, we can get a really good close-up shot of these because there's only 7 of them, and Atomic Bomb has gone off a bit like an Atomic Bomb in the lead and has quickly gone 4 lengths clear from Wannabe Grand in second. Then comes 5 in a row and Kintari. You can just see how steep that hill is, and from that angle down there, but it's Atomic Bomb that's gone 5 or 6 lengths clear of Wannabe Grand and 5 in a row second, as we see them from some sort of an angle there, and Atomic Bomb's in front, 5 in a row second. Then comes Wannabe Grand and then Petty Theft. After that one comes Kintaro and 2 Bites, then Enable is the back marker, but Atomic Bomb is in the lead. Did he go off too quickly? There's only 2 furlongs still to go now, and Petty Theft, the Greys throw down a big challenge on the outside. Atomic Bomb's got the rail, Petty Theft's got nothing to race with at the centre of the track, trying to run on from the back. Wannabe Grand and 2 Bites and 5 in a row, and then comes Kintaro. Enables run off his feet, but on her feet, but it's Petty Theft in front now. Petty Theft from Atomic Bomb. They're inside the final half furlong. It's Petty Theft and Atomic Bomb. Atomic Bomb rail just beginning to get up. Wannabe Grand finishing quickly, and so too's 5 in a row, and they're going to flash past the line, about 4 in a line there, and that was a very close finish. It turned out to be about 4 in a line as they came past the line, and I think Wannabe Grand has got up and won that. It didn't look like it had any chance at all with a furlong to go. And yeah, Wannabe Grand's taken it for Ghost Zapper. Petty Theft is second, 5 in a row third. Atomic Bomb ended up only 4th, looked all over the winner in the final half furlong. So the Middle Park then next, one of the big 2-year-old races of course. This is the 6th furlong race. We'll often get a Guineas candidate out of this, or something. There's only a small field, 6 furlongs, Group 1, top 1, Blistria, Thunderspark, Declaration of War, Jamie Hopkins, for Philip Paul Rhodes, Give Us a Clue, Graham Clutterbuck, Marcroft, Ghost Zapper, Solar Wind, Leon van Rensburg, and Tamil Nadu, Darren Thompson. So small but select field then. And they stand quietly in the stalls, and away they go. and it was declaration of war, and I think Marcroft were a little bit slowly out, but now they sort themselves out for Filler on the outside, and Blistria are the two going on, and Blistria has blistered his way through to the inside to get the rail. For Filler tried to do the same, but he's had to stay one deep on the outside, and these two have already pulled 3 or 4 lengths clear of the remainder, so Blistria and For Filler are really going for it up top then, and they could just be setting this up for one of the closers if they don't watch it, cutting each other's throats at the front at the moment. Blistria and For Filler are probably 6 or 7 lengths clear of Tamil Nadu and Marcroft. Then comes Declaration of War, Give Us a Clue, and Solar Wind, but Blistria appears to be going well in the lead. For Filler just being pushed along a little bit in second, and then a long gap back to Tamil Nadu and Marcroft, who are both being scrubbed along. Then comes Give Us a Clue on the outside. Solar Wind is next. Declaration of War's dropping away. They're past the 2 furlong pole now. Blistria has gone for home. For Filler looks beaten. Marcroft and Tamil Nadu are running on from the back. So too is Give Us a Clue. What's Blistria got left? For Filler, was he giving it a breather? No, For Filler looks beaten. Blistria goes past the furlong pole, and Blistria is still clear, but Marcroft is the one that's challenging now. Half a furlong to go, and Blistria's got nothing left, and Marcroft swoops by on the outside, and Marcroft is going to take the middle part. Marcroft takes it. For Filler stuck on well for second. Blistria went too fast in third. Marcroft takes it for Ghost Zapper, then For Filler second, and Blistria third. Give Us a Clue was fourth, and Tamil Nadu was fifth. So it's the Cesarewitch next then, one of the big long distance flat handicaps of the season, and this is always a good race, and 2 miles and a quarter of course this time at Newmarket, just round 1 turn, and the top one is Start Brown, David Robertson, Duracell, Joshua Sutherland, Kochum Bamba Dead, Jared Tutt, On Tape, James Shea, Lochim, Derek Hinton, Mighty Atom, Graham Clutterbuck, Laughing Wolf, Martin Leedham, Bob Up and Down, Obi-Wan, Keys, Stu Gray, Eck Here, Alex Cherry, Give Jwala, Doug Warren, Pharaohness, Molly at Surfer, Cheeky Lady, Ben Benici, and 2 Lots CDF. Second part of the autumn double, of course, this, the Cesarewitch, and long away from the stand. 2 commentators used to do this on the TV years ago, and away they go. And 2 Lots is probably a Charlie horse, and is the first one to show as they're racing downhill through the first few furlongs. Then they start this race, of course, in one county and finish it in another. I have to be honest and say I can't remember which way round it is. One's Cambridgeshire and one's somewhere else, but probably shouldn't have mentioned that if I don't know the answer. But anyway, 2 Lots is in the lead, Keys is second, and Mighty Atom is in third. Then Pharaohness and Start Brown as they sort themselves out then through the first few furlongs. It looks like 2 Lots is going to be allowed to go on and have an undisputed lead, and he's already 5 lengths clear of Start Brown and Keys, who are disputing second. Then Pharaohness on the outside with Mighty Atom, Kochum Bamba Dead, and then Bob Up and Down. Duracell is after that one, and you can see Lock Him and On Tape, Give Jwala. Also widest on the track is Cheeky Lady, Laughing Wolf's got the inside, and Eck Here is just the back marker at the moment, but there's a long way to go yet, and 2 Lots is the leader. 2 Lots then in front, lead now down though to about 3. Pharaohness just being eased back as he went through into second there. Kochum Bamba Dead is now in second place. There's nothing in the pack all that keen, it would seem, to be in the lead of that group, but they are closing on 2 Lots, so whether 2 Lots is slowing down or not, I don't know. Eck Here looks to be under a bit of pressure at the back, but 2 Lots is the leader. Kochum Bamba Dead's been hard held in second. Then Start Brown and Mighty Atom, Pharaohness and Duracell. Keys is also there as well. Here's the 1 turn in the race, and 2 Lots is the leader. 2 Lots is about 3 lengths clear of Bob Up and Down and Kochum Bamba Dead. Then Mighty Atom and Duracell. Start Brown is after that one. They straighten up for home now then, and 10 furlongs straight up the Newmarket straight. 2 Lots is in the lead from Bob Up and Down second. Kochum Bamba Dead is third. Then comes Mighty Atom. Duracell is next. Then Start Brown. Keys is on the inside. Laughing Wolf is getting a bit closer. Then Pharaohness and On Tape, Cheeky Lady, Give Jwala. Eck Here hasn't passed the horse all race yet, but it's 2 Lots in the lead. 2 Lots still in front from Bob Up and Down and Kochum Bamba Dead. Cruising up the centre of the track is Duracell and Lock Him. On the inside of them, Start Brown, and Keys has got the rail. Mighty Atom's well placed as well. Laughing Wolf, they're going to need a little bit of room. So too is On Tape. Pharaohness just been squeezed for room there. Give Jwala's looking for a gap as well. Cheeky Lady looks like she's going to come round the outside, and Eck Here looks like he's going to try and sneak up the inside. So they're inside the final 7 furlongs now, and Bob Up and Down has taken it up. Bob Up and Down from Start Brown. Brand. Then comes Keys in third. Koch and Bambadette on the inside. Then Mighty Atom and Duracell lock him. 2 lots. Laughing Wolf. Plenty still in with chances. Eck here still the back marker. They're racing down now to the final 5.5 furlongs and bob up and down in front. Keys is now coming through to make a strong challenge in second. Start Brown is in third. Then Give Jwala, Laughing Wolf, Koch and Bambadette. Then beginning to bunch up front. Bob up and down. Overtaken by Keys. Keys takes it up. Keys in the lead. Bob up and down. Battles back on the inside. Give Jwala's going well. So too is Start Brown and Mighty Atom. Then Pharaohness and Laughing Wolf. We take from the inside of the track now then. And Keys is in front. Keys has got a head in front of Bob up and down in second. Mighty Atom. Give Jwala, Pharaohness, Start Brown, Laughing Wolf and Koch and Bambadette. Still plenty of chances as they pass the 3 furlong pole. And Give Keys is in front. Bob up and down. Mighty Atom and Give Jwala are up the centre of the track. Duracell is now throwing down a big challenge, but Bob up and down is back in front. Bob up and down, leads by a length past the 2 furlong pole. Bob up and down from Duracell. Then comes Give Jwala, Mighty Atom, Keys. Eck here has made significant progress. So too's Laughing Wolf. Then on tape and lock in. But Duracell's gone for home past the furlong pole. Duracell's got first run and Duracell's gone for home now. Bob up and down, Give Jwala. Then comes Laughing Wolf and Mighty Atom. But this is Duracell into the final half furlong. Duracell's got first run on everybody. And Duracell is going to take this quite comfortably up towards the line. Duracell wins it. Bob up and down. And Give Jwala, Mighty Atom and Laughing Wolf after that, and it was a very good performance by Duracell to take it. Duracell takes it for Joshua Sutherland. Give Jwala for Doug has run a great race to finish second in such a big race. Mighty Atom was fourth, Bob up and down was third, Laughing Wolf was fifth, and Egg here is worth mentioning in sixth because that was out the back early on and finished pretty well. So Joshua Sutherland takes the Cesarewitch then with Duracell. Time for the Darley Stakes next, and there's a big field for this one, and we'll take a look at them shortly. They're making their way down to the post, and you can see it's a mile and a furlong. Group 3, of course. Top 1, Bombardier Wilson, Graham Clutterbuck, Babylon, Leon van Rensburg, Come Taste the Band, Martin Leadham, Ivanhoe Penang, Tom Perrin, Juventus, Carl Arrogante, Let 'em Spin, James Shea, Siren Obi-Wan, Spin Spin Sugar, Joshua Sutherland, Watch Him Go, Jules Hughes, China Doll, Kevin Minahan, Go to Sleep, Jamie Hopkins, The Tormented Girl, Stu Gray, Bushwine, David Robertson, Court Chapel, Darren Thompson, Edwina Curry, Paul Rhodes, Sidorius, Thunderspark, Summer Pearlbury, CDF, Susajengi, Molliet Surfer, Burgundy Sky, Mazad Mystery, and Mr. Clark, Derek Hinton. So 20 runners then. Pretty wide track though, so there shouldn't be any problems, and away they go, and I don't think they've got to go around a turn anyway. So it's Ivanhoe Penang that is going to be just about the first to show. Bushwine, the grey up the centre, now being pressed by the Tormented Girl. Over on the near side, Sidorius, there's one that's going off on its own right over on the far side. I think that's China Doll, but it's Bushwine that's in the lead at the moment. And then Bushwine and the Tormented Girl up the centre of the track. Just over on the far side from them is Babylon. The one on its own on the far side there is China Sky. The back marker at the moment is Siren, but it's Tormented Girl up the centre of the track who's going to try and do an arrow formation here to take them to victory. In the lead by about a length, 2 lengths to Bushwine in second. Then Bombardier Watson. We're switching to the other side now then, and the Tormented Girl is still the leader from Bushwine in second. Come Taste the Band is handy today in third. Then Summer Pearlbury, Burgundy Sky, China Doll on the near side. He's pretty close, but he's going to plough a lonely furrow on her own this end. Ivanhoe Penang is just the back marker. Spin Spin Sugar is also towards the back, but the Tormented Girl is clear by about 2 lengths. Over on the far side, Susa Jengi's got the rail. Bursting through is Mr. Clark. The grey Bushwine is still there. China Doll is still close up as well, and there's still plenty of the chances, but they're spread right across the track. Tormented Girl in the lead, now being chased by Mr. Clark. Susie Jengi's got the rail on the far side. The rail on the near side is China Doll. Coming out of the pack now is Let 'em Spin, but it's the Tormented Girl in the lead still. The Tormented Girl needs to be caught. 2 furlongs to go. Tormented Girl's hanging on. Let 'em Spin chases. Sirens coming out of the pack. Bushwine is still there. Mr. Clark, Spin Spin Sugar. Here comes Edwina Curry and Watch Him Go, but now Let 'em Spin takes over from the Tormented Girl past the furlong pole, and Let 'em Spin's in the lead. Tormented Girl, then Siren on the far side. Edwina Curry's trying to run on, but Let 'em Spin looks like it's got first run, and this is a great day for James Shea up towards the line. Let 'em Spin wins it, and Siren might have been second. Edwina Curry was third. Bushwine stayed up there well for fourth, and spread right across the track, but Let 'em Spin for James Shea. That's another winner for him today. Siren was second, Edwina Curry third, Bushwine was fourth, and Spin Spin Sugar was fifth. So the Coral Mobile 3 clicks handicap then. So there we go. And 6 furlongs, 0 to 90. Top 1 Yvonne Elliman, Martin Leedham. World Class, Leon van Rensburg, Dame Margot, Kevin Minahan, North Ferriby, Blake Acid, Dirty Prawn, Stu Gray, Silver Walk, Obi-Wan, King You're Gonna Be Lucky, Darren Howell, Zardaloo, Arm McClure, Miss Japan, Doug Warren, San Mambo, Paul Fisk, Galileo Lundy, Tom Perrin, Local Female, Colin Clark, Minnell, Alex Cherry, and Tiger Bite, Jamie Hopkins. So, no funny sound effects for the Dirty Prawn from me this week, and straight up the York Straight we're going to go then, and this will be fast and furious, and away they go. And who's going to be the first one to show when the tree gets out of the way, I'll tell you, and it's North Ferriby. North Ferriby's the first one to show then, with World Class on the outside, pulling for its head. Then comes Miss Japan, and they are swinging round a turn on this particular track today. So North Ferriby then is the leader. World Class, and then King You're Gonna Be Lucky, and then Miss Japan and Silver Walk, and they're clear. Those front 5 are clear of Dirty Prawn and Dame Margot. Then Miller and Galileo Lundy, Zardaloo, Sam Mambo, Tiger Bite, and then Yvonne Elliman, and the one that's taken right off its feet is Local Female. But up the front then it's North Ferriby in front from King You're Gonna Be Lucky and World Class and Miss Japan and Silver Walk. Dirty Prawn started his run a bit earlier this week, but they're already at the 2 furlong pole, and half of these have never got into it at all. North Ferriby's in the lead, being pressed now by World Class. World Class on the outside of North Ferriby. These two are clear. Dirty Prawn started his run, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. King You're Gonna Be Lucky, another one that likes to come late, is also going to have to come really late today, but it's North Ferriby from World Class. Here comes Dirty Prawn, and on the outside Dame Margot, but North Ferriby's holding them. North Ferriby from Dame Margot up towards the line. North Ferriby down, and finishing like a train is Zardaloo. And Zardaloo, goodness me, where did Zardaloo come from? I don't think that started till the 3 furlong pole. Goodness gracious me, that's come through like an absolute train as a steward's inquiry. Goodness knows why, because they were all well spread apart. And Zardaloo has totally come from nowhere, and I think it's won. It has. Rod McClure, Zardaloo, what a win. Takes it from North Ferriby. Poor old Carl Arrogante, Blake Acid, Taunton Daniel gets pipped on the post. Dame Margot 3rd. Galileo Lundy was 4th, and the Dirty Prawn was 5th. And what an interesting race that was. And Zardaloo, an absolute train at the end. I don't think I've seen anything come that fast. So the last one on level for me this week then is the Coral App Handicap. And it's 1 mile and 6 furlongs this time. It's Class 3, 0 to 90. The top one is Fighting Fit, Kevin Minahan, King Faiz, Ben Benici, Sivu Vitachi, Doug Warren, Heptathlon, Carl Arrogante, See the Calypso, Molly at Surfer, Synchronised Bocelli, Darren Howells, John Derek Hinton, Risky Diocese, Colin Clark, Just X, CDF, Preston Win, Jay Follis, Simply Dreaming, Stu Gray, Green Lady, Alex Cherry, George W. Bush, Jamie Hopkins, and Coral Dreams, Mayazad Mystery. So 14 of them then, which is a good healthy sized field for a race of this distance, and they're all in. And away they go. And who's going to be the first one to show? There's a Charlie horse in this, so we'll expect to see that going somewhere near the front probably. But it's going to be King Faiz, I think. King Faiz, Synchronised Bocelli, and also Coral Dreams and George W. Bush are up there as well with See the Calypso. And as they sort themselves out, it's King Faiz that's got the rail and has got the lead. So they're already through the first 2 furlongs, and then King Faiz has got a lead of about 3 or 4 lengths to George W. Bush in second. Then Green Lady and Just X, Seaview Vitachi and Heptathlon are close up as well. So too is Risky Diocese and See the Calypso. Synchronised Bocelli has now dropped back to the back of the field, but there's still a long way to go, of course. And King Faiz is the leader with Green Lady in second. Just X is in 3rd place. And that one's towards the inside. The one on the right is George W. Bush. Green Lady's the one that's run on her own. Seaview Vitachi in the crimson colours is also going well. Then Heptathlon's on the inside. Preston Win and See the Calypso are next. And then comes Synchronised Bocelli and Fighting Fit. Simply Dreaming's moving up on the outside. The 2 in the pink are Risky Diocese and John's Derek. And the back marker is Coral Dreams. But passing the 9 furlong pole then. And King Faiz has got a lead of about 2 or 3 lengths to Green Lady wide in second. George W. Bush on the inside 3rd. See it, Just X is next. Then comes Seaview Vitachi and Green Lady still wide on the track. The blue colours of Preston Win going up the inside as well. And just behind that one is See the Calypso. The back marker is still Coral Dreams, but King Faiz is the leader. Heptathlon in the white colours has now moved through into second. Then comes George W. Bush, who's still got the rail. Just X is behind him. Seaview Vitachi up the centre of the track, and Synchronised Bocelli is wide. So too is Fighting Fit. Green Lady is still there as well. So is Just X right on the outside. There comes Simply Dreaming, but now they're swinging round towards home, and it's King Faiz still in the lead from Heptathlon in second. Green Lady is third. Seaview Vitachi is 4 and Just X is 5. Then Fighting Fit 6 and George W. Bush, and then Synchronised Bocelli and John Derrick and Preston Wynn, and then Simply Dreaming, See the Calypso, Coral Dreams, and finally Risky Diocese. But King Faiz trying to make every post a winning one. Still shows the way home past the 4 furlong pole to Heptathlon in second. A lot of them behind are under strong driving, and King Faiz is being pushed along in front. Heptathlon looks to be going best of all. Just X is still there in third. Then comes Green Lady and Seaview Vitachi. Fighting Fit is next, then Preston Wynn. Not a lot have got into this on the back yet, and King Faiz has gone for home. The jockey's just had a little look over his shoulder there as he comes down towards the 2 furlong pole, and King Faiz has gone 4-5 lengths clear from Heptathlon. Fighting Fit, Seaview Vitachi and Just X. I think King Faiz might have slipped the field. Racing there towards the final furlong. The jockey is having another look over his shoulder. He's not stopping riding, and this is going to be an absolutely fantastic victory for King Faiz and Ben Benici up towards the line. King Faiz is going to win it. Seaview Vitachi's running on really well into second. Heptathlon is third. Just X has stuck on well for fourth, and Fighting Fit was fifth. And what a clever piece of riding by the jockey on King Faiz. He stole that race from the front, and in those races you always expect the leader to get swallowed up, don't you? And he just didn't stop at all. And the leading group stayed the leading group, and the rest of them never got into it at all. King Faiz, a good winner, 99% certain that's Ben Benici. It is indeed. King Faiz, Ben Benici, well done. Seaview Vitachi second, another second for Doug. Heptathlon third. Just X, Charlie gets a fourth on his return. Well done, Charlie. And Fighting Fit was fifth for Kevin Minahan. Heptathlon, Carl Arroganti, well done, Taunton.
The Yorkshire Tea Maiden Stakes, race 31, and we're at the York racetrack. That's a 6 furlong maiden, 3-year-old plus, and it's Lundy Ivanhoe for Tom Perrin up the top. Then we've got Majestic Missile, Pirate of Penzance, Larks Andiamo, Mistress of Azuli, 9-2 Shine Far, Alka Seltzer, Just the Ticket, Marines 3-1, the even money favourite Scooby Lass for David Robinson, Secret Token, that's victory for Carl Arrogante. They're set and racing. Pretty good line. They start right on the crest of a bend here, and Pirate of Penzance out early with Lundy Ivanhoe, Scooby Lass, Larks Andiamo up there, Majestic Missile crossing from a wide gate. Then we have Marine, Just the Ticket, Secret Token from That's Victory, Mistress of Azuli, Shine Far, and Alka Seltzer. 4 furlong left to run, and Lundy Ivanhoe has the fence. Could be so hard to beat from here, from Scooby Lass. Then we've got Larks Andiamo, Pirate of Penzance, between, or just about 3 wide is Majestic Missile. Then Marine, then a fairly big gap there to That's Victory, Mistress of Azuli, Secret Token, Shine Far, Just the Ticket, and Alka Seltzer as they run on down to the 1.5. And Lundy Ivanhoe's leading strongly from Scooby Lass, Pirate of Penzance, Marine, Majestic Missile, Larks Andiamo inside the furlong, and Scooby Lass scoots to the lead. And Scooby Lass is in front. Marine's trying to run it down, but Scooby Lass should hang on, and it does. From Marine, Pirate of Penzance was third. Maybe Shine Far for fourth. Let's have a look. But Scooby Lass has got it. David Robinson. Waiting for the card. Some of these just got left behind. And David Robinson's got it with Scooby Lass. Second, Marine, Darren Thompson. Third, Pirate of Penzance, Greg Clutterbuck. Fourth, Larks Andiamo for me. And fifth was Lundy Ivanhoe, Tom Perrin. So that just held on from the fast finishing Shine. The York Stake Nursery is 1 mile, 1 furlong. 0 to 100 for 2-year-olds. Up the top, we've got Wolf Train for D. Thompson. Then we've got Scooter Boy, Hornblower, Princess Nina, Namesake Lovers, Purple Records, Epsom Bound, Freeze the Secret, Dan's Girl, Sunrise Nature, Plim Argyle, Horwithy, East Coast Quicksand, Market Leader, and Sir Doug for Hollywood Hinton. They are in the gates in the hands of the starter. Any moment. They're racing. And out quickly from wide is Namesake Lover and Epsom Bound. So they cross onto the rails now, and Epsom Bound is our leader. From Namesake Lovers, Scooter Boy, Dan's Girl, Sunrise Nature, Princess Nina, Hornblower. Then we've got Wolf Train, Freeze the Secret, Purple Records, Sunrise Nature, Plim Argyle, Horwithy, Sir Doug, East Coast Quicksand, and Market Leader. Well, they're pretty much broken up into two different groups here, besides the runaway leader. And at the 6th furlong, it's Epsom Bound. That's about 2.5 lengths clear, maybe 3 lengths clear now. Scooter Boy. Dan's Girl was cruising easy on in 3rd placing, about 2 wide or 1 off the fence. Getting up on its inside is Namesake Lover. Then we've got the rest of the main group, headed by Freeze the Secret. Also there's Hornblower, Plim Argyle, Sunrise Nature, Princess Nina, East Coast Quicksand, Wolf Train, Purple Records is switched out wider with Horwithy, Market Leader, and Sir Doug. As they come on down to the 2.5 furlong, there's not a lot happening from the rear of the field. Epsom Bound is still 2 clear, but now Scooter Boy comes out after it, and Dan's Girl is making a run. As they come on down to the 1.5, it's Epsom Bound, still a length clear and running strongly from Scooter Boy. Namesake Lovers now switches into gear, and also Princess Nina. The leader is stopping quickly at the half. Princess Nina shoots to the lead from Sunrise Nature. It's Princess Nina, Sunrise Nature. They come on down to the line, and Sunrise... Oh, from this angle I would have said Princess Nina, but we'll wait for the official result. And the outside looks like it's got it. So Sunrise Nature, that should be Molly at Surfer's horse. From Princess Nina, I believe would be Joshua Sutherland. Just waiting for the card to pop up. That's correct. And in 3rd spot is Wolf Train, Darren Thompson. 4th was Scooter Boy, David Robinson, and 5th was Namesake Lover, Ben Benici.
Okay, race 28, the Daffodil Vase Handicap Chase. It's 2 mile 4 furlong handicap, 0 to 160. Number 1, the Brain Police. Number 2, Deep Cut. 3, Magic Soulard. 4, Kiss My Towel. 5, Storm Swiss. 6, Total Mighty. 7, Minstrel. 8, Tamara Champlin. 9, Polar Bear. 10, The Bike. 11, Comanche. 12, Burnt Oak Boy, and 13, Spinning Man. As we wait for the and they're away. Not sure if they come into a fence fairly quickly here. I'm not as knowledgeable as the courses as some of the guys that do the commentary, but I'll get better, I'm sure. So it's Burnt Oak Boy that's nearest to us here, with the red cap. That takes them on. As he approaches the first, he's given probably a 2 to 3 lead now. Gives that a little bit of air there, which has allowed the others probably just to catch up. Jockey has a quick look round. I'll probably try and get him to come over, as they're all over the second. One just at the back is Comanche, who looks a little bit lost with his jumping so far. So it's Burnt Oak Boy that takes the fence and leads them out towards the 3rd. So it's quite a sharp track, this. You can see it's a fairly small track. There's still 2 miles left to travel. As they approach the 3rd, it's Burnt Oak Boy that takes him on. One that was a little bit sticky to jump there was Spinning Man. Oh, we've lost one. Kiss My Towel was unseated, so unlucky there to the connections to go as they approach the 4th, and they can't. Oh no, we've lost another. Comanche goes, dives straight into it. He didn't look right from the first couple of fences, out of the race, but it's Burnt Oak Boy that leads from Storm Swiss, Deep Cut, Magic Soulard, as they take the 5th. And behind Magic Soulard we've got Tamara Chaplin, the Brain Police, Minstrel, Against the Fences, Total Mighty, then the Bike, then we've got Polar Bear and Spinning Man. So into the 6. A couple of bad jumps there from Storm Swiss. I think it was Total Mighty as well, but it's Burnt Oak Boy that leads them past the finishing post for the first time. Next time round will be when it matters, but it's Burnt Oak Boy. A couple of lengths from Tamara Chaplin. Third is Deep Cut. Fourth on the outside is Storm Swiss. 6 in the blue Against the Fence is Magic Soulard. Then we've got Minstrel in the green, the first of the greys, and then we've got Brain Police, the closest grey to us, with the yellow cap and the blue and pink silks, and they're followed by the Bike, Total Mighty, Polar Bear and Spinning Man. But it's still Burnt Oak Boy that takes them into the 7th. One that didn't take that particularly well was Polar Bear. Almost lost his jockey, but he's hung on in there. And it's still Burnt Oak Boy, three lengths ahead of Storm Swiss and Deep Cut. And we have the grey out on the outside is Brain Police. We'll take that quite well. A bit of air given by the Minstrel. Tamara Chaplin's dropped back a little bit, but Storm Swiss comes alongside Burnt Oak Boy. So it's Burnt Oak Boy, Storm Swiss, the Brain Police, Magic Soulard. They're all over the 9th. Then we've got Minstrel, Tamara Chaplin and the purple on the fence. Behind that is Deep Cut, and the one nearest in the green and the red cap is the Bike. So it's just under 7 furlongs left to run. It's still Burnt Oak Boy as they take the 10th, and they're all over that, but Storm Swiss just takes them along now. The grey, the Brain Police that moves alongside, and they take the 11th, and they all jump back quite comfortably. So as they now take the bend, as I said, it's quite a tight little track here. The Burnt Oak Boy will make up a length or so just by being on the inside, but being rallied along. Magic Soulard in 2nd, 3rd still the grey, nearest to us here, the Brain Police. Then we've got Storm Swiss and Minstrel. They're a length or so ahead, approaching that 12th jump of the Bike, Deep Cut, Tamara Chaplin, Polar Bear and Spinning Man. But it's still Burnt Oak Boy from the Brain Police as they approach the 13th. A big mighty jump there by Burnt Oak Boy, and that's given him a 2-length lead over the Brain Police. Bike is in 3rd, Storm Swiss 4th, Total Mighty 5th, Magic Soulard 6th, Deep Cut on the outside 7th, Minstrel 8, Tamara Chaplin 9, Polar Bear 10. Can't see Spinning Man. I think he'll probably get pulled up very shortly, but the Brain Police has taken it on now. Furlong and a half to go, 1 left to jump. It's the Brain Police from Burnt Oak Boy. Storm Swiss making some good ground. They take the final, and Storm Swiss just leapt at that one a little bit. The one that's coming out of the pack is Magic Soulard. It's the Brain Police, Magic Soulard, Storm Swiss fighting back. Brain Police, Magic Soulard, Storm Swiss, Deep Cut on the outside. It's, whoa, I think it's Magic Soulard that just got up there. I think from probably Deep Cut. Burnt Oak Boy had led all the way, but I think he may well have come in 3rd. Let's look at this finish. A great finish here, and it is Magic Soulard that takes it from Storm Swiss in 2nd, the Brain Police 3rd. We'll wait to see who connections are. It's Danny D French that wins it with Magic Soulard. Storm Swiss from Willet Surf that was 2nd, 3rd the Brain Police, David Robertson, 4th Deep Cut, Graham Clutterbuck, and 5 Total Mighty, Carl Arroganti, which didn't get much of a mention. Sorry, Carl.
So, leg 9 of the Starters Orders 6 handicap hurdle then is next up, and the top one is Oristiano Fruity, Darren Thompson, Bacardi's, Paul Rhodes, James Dream, Ghost Zapper, Maggie Mini, Carl Arrogante, Mule for Sister Sarah, Graham Clutterbuck, Dirt Cheap, Kevin Minahan, Gravity, James Shea, Tea and Cookies, Tom Perrin, Dead Aim, Daniel French, Midsummer Fair, Stu Gray, Tobago, James Follis, Mutanaka Phillipstown, Darren Howells, Anthony Boy, Martin Leadham, Ash Kalani, King, Doug Warren, Explosions in the Sky, Molliette Surfer, Dr. Livingston, CDF, Crushen, Alex Curry, and Montira, Derek Hinton. So away they go then, and it's going to be Gravity, one of the first to show as they come down to the first of 12 in this 18 furlong event, and the back marker over the first was Anthony Boy. But it's Dr. Livingston then, back after a few weeks away. Dr. Livingston, well-known front runner from that front-running stable of Charlie's, in the lead, and balloons the first a little bit but gets over it okay. Crushing is in 2nd. That's another one that I don't remember calling a lot this season. So 2 relatively fresh horses up front. Then Maggie Minnie is in third, then comes Jane's Dream and Explosions in the Sky. Mutanaka Phillipstown is after that one, and Bacardi's and Dead Aim, Tobago and Gravity, and a small gap to Tea and Cookies, Mule for Sister Sarah, Oristiano Fruli, Ashkelani King, Dirt Cheap, Montira E, Anthony Boy and Midsummer Fair, and they're all over a third as well. And they're going lickety split at the moment, and Dr. Livingston is the one that's making sure that that's the speed they go at, with Explosions in the Sky in second, and then Crushing in third as they take the fourth of the 12 already, with Ashkelani King and Anthony Boy at the back, with Montira E for company. So Desert Dr. Livingston, not Desert Livingston, you do less races in a week and you end up getting tongue-tied. Big thanks to Stu for coming on board to be the third musketeer of the commentary team with Doug and me, so that's been good. And you see them skip over that one. Dr. Livingston is in the lead across that little dirt track, then past the winning post with one complete circuit to go, and Dr. Livingston in front, from Crushing in second, Explosions in the Sky in third, Jane's Dream is 4 and Tobago is 5, then Mutanaka Phillipstown 6, Oristiano Fruli is 7, then Gravity and Dead Aim, Mule for Sister Sarah and Bacardi's after that one, then Midsummer Fair and Montira E, with Tea and Cookies, Anthony Boy, Dirt Cheap and Ashkelani King at the back. I think Dirt Cheap might be Stu Gray, so the commentators are down the last three. So it's Dr. Livingston in the lead then, from Crushing in second. As they come down to the sixth, that's half the jumping done, and they're all still standing. And Dr. Livingston is still in the lead, from Crushing in second. Then Oristiano Fruli is next. They're pretty tightly packed now, this field. It's probably only 12 or 15 lengths first to last. Dr. Livingston is about 2 lengths clear in the lead, from Crushing in second. Tobago has now moved up a little bit, and the one that's going really well on the inside now is Mule for Sister Sarah. That was a good winner last week, I think, at Cheltenham. But Dr. Livingston is going to be in the lead as they come down towards the next end, with just a little over 6 furlongs still to go. They take flight number 8, and now Gravity on the outside has taken it up, and Dr. Livingston's dropped pretty tamely away quite quickly. And Gravity's the new leader. Mule for Sister Sarah, Maggie Minnie and Jane's Dream as they take number 9. And Gravity got to the front a bit early for a James Shea horse, but appears to be going well. The one that's really coming through now is Jane's Dream, and Jane's Dream has swept through to cruise into the lead. And the 4 furlong mark looks to be going better than anything, so it's Jane's Dream in the lead, Gravity is second, Maggie Minnie is next, Tea and Cookies is making a forward move, then Mutanaka Phillipstown, over the third last they go, and Jane's Dream is stretching away in the lead now, from in second place Gravity and Mutanaka Phillipstown, Oristiano Fruli and Tea and Cookies, then Maggie Minnie and Tobago and Dead Aim at the second last, and Jane's Dream pops over it nicely. Oristiano Fruli is now the big challenger, Gravity's coming for another run, Mutanaka Phillipstown back in fourth, Mule for Sister Sarah isn't going as well this week. Coming out of the pack now is Montira E, but it's Jane's Dream in the lead, 1 flight to take, just over a furlong to go, and Jane's Dream in front, from Gravity in second. Now Mule for Sister Sarah's got going in third, Mutanaka Phillipstown is still there in fourth. Over the final flight, Jane's Dream skips over it and is well cleared. Jockey has a little look over the shoulder, but there's no danger whatsoever, and Jane's Dream takes this really comfortably, from Gravity second, Tobago third, Mule for Sister Sarah was fourth, Montira E was next, Dirt Cheap finished well, and I think Crushing may be the last one to finish, but Jane's Dream takes it for Ghost Zapper. Gravity was second, Tobago was third, Mule for Sister Sarah was fourth, and Montira E was fifth. So the Starters Order 6 Chase Qualifier is the final race of the week then, over the sticks, and 2 mile 2 furlongs this time. The top one is Bitcoin Thunderspark, Genetics Joshua Sutherland, Swingading Colin Clark, Heated Tornado Darren Thompson, Mawson Bit Derek Hinton, Crazy River David Robertson, Comfort Zone Graham Clutterbuck, Cliffhanger Leon Van Rensburg, Magic Money James Shea, Young Parisian Kevin Minahan, Ashkelani Ben Fleet Doug Warren, Glasgow Priganero Carl Aragante, King Ivanhoe Tom Perrin, 008 Lance Molliet Surfer, Days May Come Martin Leedham, One Conclusion Obi-Wan Mask Carla, Stu Gray, Make a Wish Daniel French, Formidable Charlie's CDF Lemster, James Follis and Rose Swift Darren Howells. Away we go then, and just 2 1/4 miles this time, and a pretty big field though as they come down towards the first, and there is a dreadful fall at the first for King Ivanhoe, the jockey wedged in the fence. So Let's take a look at that later on, because that was a pretty horrific looking fall as they take number 2 of the 15, and they're all over it safely this time, and Glasgow Prigonero is the leader. From Leicester in second and Rose Swift in third. We've got a lovely close-up shot as we see them take that fence, and we've lost another one there. That's Crazy River gone this time, so 2 fallers already, and they've only jumped 3 fences. So, bit of a surprise, and Glasgow Prigonero, as you can see, is in the lead. From Leicester in second, Rose Swift is third, then the second of the greys is Bitcoin, that's in 4th place. After that one you've got Mawson Bit and Mascala together as they come to take number 4. And this time they're all safely over the other side, although there were 1 or 2 slow jumps towards the rear. But Glasgow Prigonero is showing the way, and it's making its way down towards the next fence, with Leicester on the inside and Rose Swift on the outside as they take number 5. You can see them all safely over that one, with Swingerding just the back marker, and Glasgow Prigonero is going to lead by about 2 or 3 lengths as they race towards the home straight. And Glasgow Prigonero it is then, from Rose Swift and Leicester, then Bitcoin, then a gap to Cliffhanger as they take this one, which will be the last next time round. The leader right down on his nose there has lost all of his impetus and has been overtaken by Rose Swift and Bitcoin as they pass the winning post with 1 complete circuit to go on WK11 of the Starters Orders 6 online league. Just 2 more weeks to go, and things are starting to hot up all over the place, aren't they? Big races everywhere. We've seen the Grand National this week as they take the next fence. We had the Cheltenham Gold Cup last week. We've got big flat races coming up over the next couple of weeks. Who's going to win all the championships and all the divisions? It's all pretty exciting, and Rose Swift is in the lead as they race down to the next one then. From Glasgow Prigonero in second, Bitcoin is third and Leicester is 4. Then Mawson Bit and Days May Come and Mascala as they take the next, and there's a faller there. Glasgow Prigonero has gone. He'd made that mistake earlier and he didn't recover from that one, and he's unshipped the pilot. Ashkelani Benfleet just getting a little bit detached at the back as they take the next. And they're all safely over that one with just 7.5 furlongs to race, and it's Leicester who's now come through to take it up. From Rose Swift in second, Bitcoin is third, Days May Come has moved into 4th, then comes Mascala, then Make a Wish and Cliffhanger, Mawson Bit and Heated Tornado. 008 Lives is after that one as they take number 10. After 008 Lives you can see Young Parisian, Swingerding, Genetics and Comfort Zone. Formidable Charlie's is there still, so 1 conclusion as they take the next. And they're all over that one. Okay, Leicester is still the leader. From Days May Come has moved into second, then Bitcoin, this is the 12th. Over that one, Leicester jumped it a little bit slowly. They've got just 3 more fences to jump now, and they're beginning to bunch up front again, and Genetics has now come through to take it up, but he's quickly pressed by Cliffhanger, and Cliffhanger it is who's now swept into the lead as they make the turn towards home. 4 furlongs to go, and Cliffhanger's gone for home. Genetics is chasing, so's Mawson Bit, and Days May Come, then Mascala. Leicester now looks beaten. Swingerding is also running on well from the back. This is the 3rd last. Over it goes Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger's over it in front. Swingerding is over it in second. It's Cliffhanger in front from Genetics, Swingerding, Mawson Bit, Mascala and Days May Come. 2 more fences to take. Cliffhanger comes to the 2nd last. He made a mistake. He gave it a good old walloping, and Genetics and Mawson Bit are now closing. Then comes Swingerding and Mascala. Days May Come starting to drop away. Running on from the back is 008 Lives. 1 more fence to take, and Cliffhanger is under the whip, hard driven, but he's still 3 lengths clear of Genetics. Down towards the last, it's a short run in. He just needs to pop it. He pops over it nicely, and he's going to get away with it for that mistake. 008 Lives is finishing very quickly. Jockey has a sneaky look over his shoulder, but he's held on. Cliffhanger wins it. 008 Lives second, then Young Parisian was after that one. And the field will trail back to Formidable Charlie's, who was probably the last one to finish. But Cliffhanger takes it for Leon van Rinsberg. 008 Lives was second. Heated Tornado was third. Young Parisian was 4th. And Genetics was 5th. The Cork was a fast finisher, needs another furlong already, that one, and it's a win for the Grand National winning trainer Paul Rhodes. 7 furlongs, Group 1 on the flat, 4.5 miles grade 3 handicap over the national fences. No, it's not. What am I talking about? He got beaten. Oh, bollocks. The Cook was a fast finisher, needs another furlong already, that one, and it's a win for the Grand National winning trainer, Paul Rhodes. 7 furlongs, Group 1 on the flat, 4.5 miles, grade 3 handicap over the national fences. No, it's not. What am I talking about? He got beaten. Oh, bollocks.